welcome, and can I thank you for all your hard work that you've put into your applications. They were fabulous. It was so lovely to see them. So thank you for presenting them so beautifully and for thinking so hard about your applications. Are you ready? Fantastic. Right, I'm going to start. And try not to talk over each other, but you can answer as you see fit.
Just to confirm, I'm going to take these two pupils, so if I ask you to take the two in the middle, Miss Beard and Mrs Kirk.
Yes, I'll take Miss Scott and
Duchesses.
your name, please?
Miss Phillips.
Miss Phillips. Thank you, Miss Phillips. Just wanted to confirm that.
Thank you. Right, okay. So, why should we employ you for the position that you applied for? Tell me some things about you. Why should we employ you? Who's going to be brave enough to start? Go for it.
I like being with little children, and I also like organising things.
That's good.
I like being with little children as well, and I've got a 4-year-old cousin who's in reception, and my mum says I'm kind and fun to be around.
I like organising and tidying. I also like, the kindergartens. Yeah.
I really like working with some of the reception children, and I would like to be involved in supporting their education.
I like tidying and cleaning. I like to make sure everything's organised, and I like looking after the little ones.
Looking after little kids and organising things.
Thank you. So can you tell us about a time when you've helped someone and how did it make you feel? Maybe start on this side of the room this time.
At my own school, I was a playground friend, so if someone was injured, we'd go help them, and it made me feel good.
Thank you.
Like maybe helping behind the shed. It makes you feel like you're helping out a lot.
Once I was with one of my friends at like a farm sort of place, and it started to rain, so we went inside to sort of play, and we looked after some little children, and their parents went to thank mine and his mum, and it made me feel really good.
Someone fell over in the playground and I helped them to the nurse, and it made me feel really good.
My mum had a work party, and me and my friend, there was this little boy, he was feeling a bit sad and alone, so we played with him and the bouncy castle, and it made me feel happy, and I think it made him feel happy as well.
At my old school, there was this really big argument between like two people, and I went and sorted it out for them, and then they became friends afterwards, which made me feel really good.
It's nice to hear some examples.
Yeah, really lovely examples. So take a moment to think about the next one before you answer. What would you do if you had a problem whilst doing your job? What would you do if you had a problem whilst you were doing your job?
And this is the question: what would the problem be?
Oh, I think Megan's hand was up first, right in the middle. Megan.
If I didn't know what to do, I'd probably come and ask someone who I thought did know, like a teacher or someone else who looks like they're doing it well, and ask what to do.
First, if there was like another person around me, I would ask them how they did it, and then if they couldn't help me, I would go and ask a teacher.
If somebody was hurt, I would go to a teacher straight away, and if I didn't know what to do, I would just ask for some help to see.
If someone was doing it, like, I'd see if I could do the same way as them, but then if I couldn't, then I'd go ask them. And if someone fell over, I'd go straight to a teacher and tell them.
Okay. So, oh, sorry.
I would ask them how they organised it, and if someone was hurt, I'd go to the teacher and tell them.
I would see how they did it, and if I didn't know, I would just go to the teacher.
Thank you. So if you get
at one of our jobs. You might not. You might be doing your job at the time when a teacher's not actually in the room. So we're saying it's a position of trust because we're going to have to trust you.
I try sort it out first, and maybe I just let whatever the two children are doing.
I think, Alex, I think you're thinking about the problem. We're saying, what is a position of trust? If we put our trust in you, what does that look like? What sort of behaviour could we expect if we put our trust in you? Let's just give you a minute to think about that. Lane, do you want to answer?
Well, if you have to trust them not to be silly, or you have to trust if there's a problem they'll come to you, and yeah.
It's like if a teacher walks out of the room, it means like you don't immediately start being silly with your friends, because it means you could possibly mess up something, or something could get broken, or someone could get hurt. Yeah.
Fantastic.
It means like if the teacher went out the room, you'd behave as if Mrs. Pugh was in the room.
Absolutely. Jess, did you put your hand?
If the teacher did leave the room, I think we're expected to, keep on doing the job without talking and doing it, right, and yeah.
Alex, did you have
It's the same as those guys. If the teacher walks out, and they would be expected to do the same behaviour like when the teacher was in there, and not to break anything or hurt somebody. And yeah.
Thank you. Has anyone got any questions that you'd like to ask us about the job roles or anything involved? Any questions, Jess? Is that your hand up?
We have one final question for you. If, and there is a possibility, we offer the role you are after to someone else, would you be open to an alternative role if it was available?
Yeah.
So potentially a role that you haven't applied for?
Yeah.
Lovely.
One important thing to note, when you go back to the classroom, going back to that sort of trusting you, we want to trust you that you don't then go and discuss the questions with everyone else, because they need to have the same experience as you've just had.
And it makes it fair. We like it when it's fair.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You're all so smart.
Thank you.